Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that thing. While I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who's coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the core. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, then listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Starts like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches, won't cut short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live, all 3 speakers go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckcotcher here with the Man Hour. Sure to head over to manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page. And of course, check out the blog section as well. My man, Tyler Faber, just dropped another great blog over there about the Green Bay Packers. I posted about Miles Sanders, about how much he will be a fantasy bust in 2022. I've got a sneeze. Man, sneeze is coming out. Woo! Allergies got me down, boys. Allergies got me down. But guys, welcome to the Man Hour. This is the only truly place where you get live, raw, and uncut sports talk. It ain't fluffed by no network. It ain't fluffed by other extra people. It's not fluffed by dollar bills, y'all. But we are on Open Talk 313 The Flash. Guys, be sure to check them out over there on the Facebook page. 313 The Flash. We are proud to be partnering with them. But they're like, hey, Buck, Man Hour, Combs, guys, go do your thing. We don't give a rat's ass what you say, what you do, because we love the rawness. We love the liveness. And we love the uncut sports talk that is Man Hour. Guys, welcome to the show here. If you are new here, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Man Hour. Hit that like button, hit that bell icon, and of course, comment below. This is an open forum chat tonight, so feel free to jump into the chat anytime you want to. We are going to break down the AFC West tonight. That is the Las Vegas Raiders, the Los Angeles Chargers, Denver Broncos, and of course, my boys, the Kansas City Chiefs. That's right, the Kansas City Chiefs. Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chiefs, I might add. Anyways, guys, we're not going to start with a rant because I was thinking about my rant and I wanted to rant about it. I was really contemplating thoughts like, do I really want to do it? I was like, nah, I will let it slide tonight. I will let Joe Tebow have his piece tonight, right? Anyways, guys, let's get the show started. We are going to start tonight's show with the infamous Way or No Way. This is going to be AFC West Way or No Way. So we got, it looks like 5 of them. 4 for sure. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the fifth one yet or not. It's about defense, and who likes talking about defense? Oh, I do. I love defense. But it is that time. It is that time. It's that time. Let's get started with the Way or No Way, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages. Make sure my things are ready to go. We got No Way. And of course, we got the Way. Man, my allergies. Guys, I apologize for tonight, but like, I don't know if it's like the hay fever, or I don't know what it is, but man, my allergies are whooping my ass. And all of a sudden, it just, bam, hit you in the gonads, right? Anyways, first Way or No Way of the night, AFC West Division. Way or no way, Buck? Would you rather have, I guess it's not Way or No. This is would you rather. My bad. I got my days all mixed up. Would you rather have Derek Carr or Justin Herbert as your starting quarterback in the year 2022? So, guys, Justin Herbert, that guy's a freaking man. Justin Herbert is arguably the best quarterback in the AFC West right now, if not the AFC, slightly behind probably Josh Allen. I mean, they're probably like a 1A, 1B type of situation. But, man, Derek Carr consistently improves every year. He is consistently like what's the word I'm looking for? Like silencing the naysayers, right? It seemed like every time or every year John Gruden was a coach, it was a part of an offseason trade talk, year in and year out for whatever reason, but he consistently showed up and he played great. Last year, the Raiders were riddled with off the field stuff, injuries, and a lot of controversy, and he rallied around the team, and he's like, hey, I'm going to put this team on my back, and they made a great second end of the season push. But 2022 is a different story. So strictly just quarterback, not the team. I think Justin Herbert on any team would be successful. Justin Herbert is that guy. You can plug and play him into damn near any system. I think Derek Carr is kind of the same, but in the aspect that I don't think he can really make players around him better. Justin Herbert is going to make players around him better in the end. He is going to throw players open. Derek Carr has to have open players. So would you rather have Derek Carr or Justin Herbert in the year 2022? I'm going to take Justin Herbert simply because of the fact of the upside for Justin Herbert this year is going to be so much higher. He's in his third year in the league, right? Derek Carr is what, 6th or 7th? I can't remember for sure. But I take it as this is my quarterback from this year and beyond. I'm gonna take Justin Herbert 9 times out of 10. Actually 10 out of 10. Give me Justin Herbert. What's up, Drew? I see you in the chat, my man. Drew, I see Joe trying to be a troll, but you know everybody knows Joe's a douchebag at the end of the day. So the next would you rather of the night, AFC West Division. We are going to simply stick to the quarterback realm. It looks like if you guys have a would you rather or way or no way or factor crap, hit me up on manhour_buck on the old Twitter machine. This is would you rather. Would you have Russell Wilson or Patrick Mahomes? Is this a legit question? Because if you guys remember, I posted a top 5 overrated quarterback list going into 2022, and Russell Wilson was on that list. So why would I even consider taking Russell Wilson over Patrick Mahomes? Patrick Mahomes is hands down is the best quarterback out of these two. Now, I said Justin Herbert is probably the best quarterback in the AFC West, but Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the AFC West. Patrick Mahomes is that dude. Patrick Mahomes is that dude. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes every day of the week and twice on Sunday, as they say, right? Russell Wilson is a man for about 6 weeks. Let Russ cook. Let's Russ cook. And yes, I know when he had a defense, they won the Super Bowl. When it had this, he had that, right? Guess what? Patrick Mahomes didn't have a defense when they won a championship. Yes, the defense started to click with the last fourth of the season, right? But at the same time, that defense was terrible all season long. Patrick Mahomes will win you a lot of games. Patrick Mahomes can come down from 21 points down in the first quarter and win you a lot of games. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes in this would you rather 100% of the time, no matter what. So Drew says Patrick Mahomes as well. Drew, we are spot on, Drew. We are seeing vibes here, man. We are seeing the vibes. So with that being said, moving on to the next would you rather. Would you rather number 3. This is a defensive question, I should say. Out of all 4 teams, who would you take? So we're strictly talking defense, the whole front 4 to the back 4, right? We are talking everybody. It's a whole defensive team. The Kansas City Chiefs got a lot better on the defensive side of the ball. Justin Reed is probably better. He is better than Tyrann Mathieu. Tyrann Mathieu is a great leader, but he is just not a very good player. Justin Reed's better player than him. Getting rid of Shortson on the side of the Kansas City Chiefs helped as well, but of course it took away the depth as well. The Chargers, their offseason moves, adding Mac and the Chargers are a dangerous team, but the Denver Broncos, they're not the best defense in the division, I don't think. I'm going to pick the Las Vegas Raiders. So out of all the 4 defenses in the AFC West, I'm going to take the Las Vegas Raiders. I think the Raiders have the most upside. I love Mason Crosby. better than anybody on the Chiefs or the Chargers or the Broncos for that matter. And the Raiders have secretly gotten really good on the defensive side of the ball. Yes, they let go their number one draft pick from, was it 2020, I think, when he was raving his AK-15 threatening the lives and like all that crap. Like, I get it. But the Raiders are probably the best team in the AFC West. Sorry, not the best team, the best defense in the AFC West. So would you rather have the Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders, or Chargers? I'm taking the Raiders. I like the Raiders' defense. I like what they did, and their special teams fall in there like as well, right? Because the special teams are defense on fantasy. I think they got the best special teams as well. Give me the Raiders. Who do you guys think? Who is the best defense in the AFC West? Moving on to would you rather number 4. Back to the offensive side of the ball. Speaking of the Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs, would you rather have the Las Vegas Raiders offense or the Kansas City Chiefs offense minus the quarterback? So strictly just the core players, the receivers, tight end, linemen, running backs. So the Kansas City Chiefs added some weapons in the offseason. I think Sky Moore is going to do good things in Kansas City. I like the addition of Juju, but even more that I like the addition of Devontae Adams to the Las Vegas Raiders. I think him alone trumps the Sky Moore and the Juju. But on the flip side of that coin, I think Kansas City Chiefs have a better wide receiver core. They also have a better tight end. Yes, Darren Waller is good. I like Travis Kelce. I think he is better. Did you guys know he's only like 1,100 yards from breaking the all-time reception record yards in Kansas City over Tony G? That's just mind-blowing to me because Tony G was a Greek god in Kansas City for many, many years. But then we go to the offensive line. Kansas City Chiefs had a couple retirees from the offensive line right before training camp started today. Orlando Brown Jr. wants that big money deal, and he's not going to get it. He says he's not going to play on the franchise tag. The Raiders sneakily have a pretty good offensive line. So I would take the Raiders offensive line over the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line. So right now, Kansas City Chiefs 2, Raiders 1. As far as receivers and tight ends, can you lump them together? Sure, but I want to separate them. Then we go to the tiebreaker. I think it's going to be the tiebreaker here of the running back room. The Kansas City Chiefs picked up Rojo in the offseason. They get Clyde Edwards-Helaire back, healthy finally. They have Terrence Gore. They signed McKinnon. They are 4 or 5 running backs deep on the Kansas City Chiefs side. They're actually going to probably put McKinnon at wide receiver or one of those running backs in receivers. And then the Raiders just had that one guy. But that one guy's pretty good. So, offensive-wise, Raiders or Chiefs, would you rather, minus the quarterback? Man, the Kansas City Chiefs are built to win right now, boys and girls. The Kansas City Chiefs are built to win with any quarterback. You put Derek Carr on the Kansas City Chiefs, they're winning just as many games, maybe 1 or 2 less, without Patrick Mahomes. So I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs offense over the Raiders offense. 100% on this one. Not because I'm a homer, just because I think the wide receiver and tight end trumps the team that much more. Obviously, the Raiders have the better offensive line, and the running back rooms, I think, are neck and neck. So that gives me the opportunity to take the Chiefs on the offensive side of the ball. The next, would you rather? Last one of the night. Let's jump over to the offensive side of the ball again. We're speaking of receivers here. This is a really Kansas City heavy loaded question here. Would you rather have Jerry Jeudy or Juju Smith-Schuster as your receiver? Wow. So let's flash back to Juju Smith-Schuster's career. He was pretty damn good when he had a number 1 receiver by his side by the name of Antonio Brown. I believe he led the league in receptions that particular year. When Juju became the number 1 guy, the guy in Pittsburgh, he fell flat off the map. Jerry Jeudy is up and coming. Is he the number 1 guy? I mean, because mean, he might be listed as the number one guy, but I think Cortland Sutherland or who's the rookie that they drafted last year. I mean, he's definitely not the number one guy in Denver, I don't think. Now, preseason will tell us a little bit more about how Russell is formulating with those receivers and whatnot. But I think Juju is going to have a very breakout season. I think Juju is going to come back to the Juju of old because he is not going to be the guy in Kansas City. They have McCole Hardman. We have Travis Kelce. We have Sky Moore. We have Rojo. Like, there is a plethora of weapons in Kansas City where Juju doesn't have to be the guy. So with that being said, this year in particular, would you rather have Jerry Jeudy or Juju? I'm taking Juju because I think Juju is going to have that breakout year, like I just said. Juju is going to do all of his TikTok dances before the game, and he's going to have a good time with Jackson Mahomes doing the right. Excuse me. So yeah, give me Juju. I don't think Jerry Jeudy will ever be a top 15 receiver in the league, and I think Juju will probably crest that 15-16 mark going into this year. So pretty excited about that. So yeah, give me Juju as I got to sneeze again, boys. Man, I am sorry. Ooh, the old sneezy bugs have got me. Sorry. Anyways, guys, we are going to jump into the AFC West schedule breakdown now. We're about 20 minutes past the hour. If you guys haven't done so already, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. You must be a subscriber to chat with us now. I see Joe is a member or is a subscriber, so he loves to hate us. Haters make you famous, Joe. Just remember that. Anyways, guys, let's jump into the goodness here. The first team we are going to break down tonight is the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders could have tied last season, and they have both Chargers and them could have made the playoffs, but we'd see how that turned out. But guess what? Week 1, they get the rematch. Raiders travel to LA to take on the Chargers. This game is very, very intriguing to me 100%. This game has got me kind of tickled my pickle a little bit. Derek Carr versus Justin Herbert. Mike Evans, Darren Waller. Man, this is kind of like a star-studded lineup here on both sides of the ball, but give me the home team. Give me the Chargers week number 1. Week number 2, Cardinals coming to town. The bad Arizona Cardinals. If you guys remember, I had them going 7-10 this year. We broke that down Monday night. Excuse me. Give me the Cardinals in this week 2 matchup. I think the Raiders are going to start off slow. They're going to pick it up in the second half of the season, possibly. But week 2, give me the Cardinals. I think Kyler Murray kind of licks his wounds a little bit in this game. It's going to be very, very bloodbath. It's going to be very, very gritty. 10-9, 13-9 type of scores. Lots of field goals, very little touchdowns. Week number 3, Raiders are back on the road to Nashville to take on the Titans, a very, very good Titan team, possibly, right? Nah, the Titans suck too. Give me the Raiders week number 3 over the Titans. The Titans are still trying to figure out that two-headed monster in the running back game here. Week number 3, Ryan Tannehill is still getting therapy for them drafting a quarterback to replace him, so his head's not quite right there. Giving us a week 4 matchup. Division foes. Denver Broncos coming to town, coming to Vegas, coming to Allegiant Stadium to take on the Raiders. Russell Wilson, I'm not sold on him in the Denver Broncos at all. Many people have them in the top 10 power rankings, Super Bowl aspirations, winning the West, doing this. Well, guess what, guys? Broncos are still a 500 team. Raiders win this game at home, giving them a 2-2 record going into week 5. Travel to Arrowhead Monday Night Football to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Raiders always play well at Arrowhead or GEHA Stadium, whatever the hell it's called now. Apparently, that's some medical supply chain in Kansas City. Inside source there, right? Wink, wink. But it's Monday night. Crowd's going to be rocking, getting part of the second part of the season. Patrick Mahomes and the boys are getting the connection. Juju is going to go off in this game. Juju is going to get 3 touchdowns in this game in the first half. No. First quarter. Do you guys remember that game a couple years ago when Tyreek Hill had like 4 touchdowns versus the Miami Dolphins in the first quarter? Juju's going to match that. And we'll be like, Tyreek Hill who? Juju's here? Sky Moore's here? McCole Hardman's here? Give me the Chiefs Monday Night Football. Not even a chance in this game. Week 6 is a bye week, a very, very early bye week. Really not good. But who also has an early bye week? The Houston Texans, and that's exactly who comes to town Sunday. The Houston Texans. I do like the Texans. Do not sleep on the Texans. They are a team that you cannot overlook going into the next week. But I do like the home team coming off of a bye week 9 out of 10 times, and that falls underneath the 9 out of 10 times. Give me the Raiders week 7 over the Houston Texans. Week number 8. Raiders travel to the Big Easy to take on Winston and the boys. Is Michael Thomas going to play? Is Alvin Kamara going to be back after his 6-week suspension or whatever it is? It could be more. It could be less. Who really knows? NFL's keeping all of that under wraps, which is crazy to me. But like I said, Raiders are going to start slow. 2 wins in a row, probably a far stretch from them. Give me the Saints at is it Mercedes-Benz Dome? Is that what they're called? I don't know. Week number 9. Raiders travel to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Give me the Jaguars in this game. I like Trevor Lawrence to have a coming out party. Travis Etienne finally finds his legs, runs over the Raiders' defense. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be grungy. Week 10, Colts coming to town. Do the Raiders start to turn it on? It is the second half of the season. The first half of the season, they're about a 500 ball club. Second half of the season, are they going to turn it on? They're not going to do it against the Colts. Colts are too damn good as a defense. Shut down that Devontae Adams, Derek Carr connection. Derek Waller gets shut out and 0 catches in this game. Give me the Colts. Week 11. This is where I think they start to turn the tide a little bit. They travel to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Raiders always play well on the road in the division, especially at Arrowhead, like I just said, and Mile High. So give me the Raiders in this Week 11 matchup. I think they beat down the Broncos in this game, 21 or 28-0. It's going to be a complete shutout. Week 13, Chargers coming to town to Allegiant Stadium. Chargers are probably going to be the best team in the West. But the Raiders are turning it on. They win this game over the Chargers. That's 3 games in a row now. 3 games in a row. Woo, as I break my chair. That was weird. Giving us a Week 14 matchup. Thursday night game. Raiders travel to the Rams. Give me the home team. Rams are much too good. Rams are dangerous. Week 15 matchup. The New England Patriots coming to town to pay their old offensive coordinator a visit. If I remember right, I didn't look this up, but I'm going straight off the memory here, straight off the dome. I think Bill Belichick has only lost 1 time to a former assistant, and that was Brian Flores like a couple years ago. As you guys know, the Raiders head coach is a former assistant for Bill Belichick. Are the stars aligning here? Is everything going to line up for the Patriots? I don't know. I don't know yet. I haven't picked this game yet. I've been going back and forth. I mean, we broke down the Patriots schedule like 4 months ago, back in May. I had the Patriots winning the Raiders this time around, but this time, I think Derek Carr is going to rally his team. Win one for the old skipper. Let's stick it to the old man. Week 15, give me the Raiders over the Patriots. Week 16. Raiders travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Steelers are too good. Steelers are good, boys. TJ Watt. The rest of the defense. Did you guys know that TJ Watt has just as many sacks as Aaron Donald, and that Aaron Donald is arguably the best defensive player of our time, of our generation? TJ Watt's right there. Highly overlooked, not overrated, but underrated. Like, he is slept on. I don't care who the quarterback is, like, at this point. It could be Mitchell Trubisky. It could be Mason Rudolph. It could be Kenny Pickett. Give me the Steelers. Week 17, San Francisco 49ers coming to town. A bad San Francisco 49ers team. This team is just ugly. But with Trey Lance at the helm, give me the 49ers in this game. I just think the Raiders are not ready to win yet. They're sitting at 7-9 going into Week 18 matchup with the Chiefs coming to town. This game could possibly mean a playoff berth or not for the Kansas City Chiefs. Raiders would love to play spoiler. They're not going to spoil the Chiefs season. Give me the Chiefs Week 18, giving us a 7-10 record for the Las Vegas Raiders. 3-3 in a division, 4-4 at home, 3-6 on the road. Not great. Not great because I believe it's going to take at least 11 wins to get in the playoffs in the AFC as a wild card. So, yeah. So, I have them missing the playoffs with a 7-10 record. I don't have them last in the division. Is that positive? A team that I could possibly have last in the division. That's the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos had a great offseason, many people say. Russell Wilson came into town. They unloaded Drew Lock. They got rid of their best tight end, Noah Fant. Jerry Jeudy did not get criminal charges. Cortland Sutherland is healthy. They got the team to win a lot of games, but do they have the quarterback to win a lot of games? That is the question that is going to plague the Denver Broncos all season long. And Monday Night Football, week number 1, the late game, Russell Wilson visit his former team, Seattle Seahawks, at the 12th man, at Seattle. Give me the Seahawks in this one, in a close matchup. Russell Wilson just does it. Russell Wilson is overwhelmed with emotions and energy, and it shows early, and the Seahawks jump out early, and then the Broncos battle back to make it somewhat respectable. But the Broncos lose week 1 versus the Seahawks. Week number 2, Houston Texans come into town. Like I said, like previously, the Houston Texans are a team you cannot sleep on. Of course, the Denver Broncos and Russell Wilson are a team you cannot sleep on either. They are a good team. They can beat teams that are great. Houston Texans are not great. They do beat the Houston Texans. Week number 3, 49ers come into town. Denver Broncos win this game. 100%. Drew, I'll answer your question in a minute. Week number 4, Broncos travel to the Raiders. Raiders win this game. We already broke that game down. Russell Wilson just not going to play well against the West this season. It would not surprise me if they go 0-6 in the division. Call a spade a spade. He's just not good. Week number 5, Thursday night matchup. Indianapolis Colts coming to town to take on the Broncos. Mile High Stadium. Thursday night football, you always take the home team, especially when they're traveling, switching time zones, and the Colts play, I believe, the Texans or the Titans the week before. Give me the Broncos in this matchup. Week number 6, Broncos take on the Chargers. Monday Night Football. What better spoiler would it be for the Broncos to get their only divisional win versus the Chargers on Monday Night Football? Not going to happen. Give me the Chargers. Week number 7, Zach Wilson, Cougar hunting himself, going to come into Mile High Stadium looking for those Cougars to take on the Broncos. The Jets are going to be a sneaky good team. They are going to win games they're not supposed to, and they're going to lose games that they're supposed to win. This is a game that the Jets are not supposed to win. People have the Jets as one of the worst teams in the NFL, right behind the Atlanta Falcons. But I think the Jets are going to be sneaky good. I think they're going to kind of be that sleeper team that you definitely cannot sleep on because they'll sneak up and bite you in the ass. Give me the Jets week number 7 over the Denver Broncos. Giving us a week 8 matchup versus another bad team from 2021. Broncos travel to the Jaguars to take on Trevor Lawrence and the boys. Mr. Beautiful, long, sexy hair of himself. I don't got no hair right now. It's football season, so I'm bald. A little jelly. Jaguars win this game. I saw a stat somewhere where there are more people picking the Jaguars to make the playoffs than they are the Falcons not winning a game this season. So don't sleep on the Jaguars, I guess, right? Week number 9 is the bye week. Week 10, Broncos travel to Nashville to take on the Titans. King Henry, Ryan Tannehill. I would say A.J. Brown, but we all know that he's not there anymore now, is he? He's in Philly. Broncos win this game. Coming off a bye week. We don't know if King Henry is going to be healthy. Where's Joe at? Mr. We're going to vote King Henry first as our peers. It's peers. It doesn't fucking matter. King Henry hits the wall week 10. Broncos win this game. Give us the week 11 matchup. Raiders coming to town. We already picked this game. The Raiders win this game. Week 12. Broncos travel to Carolina to take on the Panthers. At this point, Baker Mayfield will be starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. I believe he's taking over week 4, week 5, somewhere in that time frame. They got to give Sam Darnold a little bit of shot, a little bit of chance. So I do like Baker Mayfield as a quarterback as the Carolina Panthers. But do the Carolina Panthers like Baker Mayfield as a cool quarterback? That's the real question. Will he still be in there? And maybe after a couple losses, do they give PJ Walker the reins and lead the way? I think Carolina wins this Week 12 matchup over the Broncos. I secretly like the Panthers to do well this season because of Baker Mayfield. Week 13, Denver Broncos travel to Baltimore, Maryland to take on the Ravens, Lamar Jackson and the boys. Man, I've talked very highly of Lamar Jackson from week 10 to week 15 the last couple nights. And I got to continue the trend. Lamar Jackson probably going to have another good regular season game beating the Denver Broncos. Broncos have now lost 3 in a row. 4 out of their last 5. Actually, 7 out of their last 8 games they have lost at this point. We are questioning right now, was Russell Wilson the correct trade? Did we give up the farm to give Russell Wilson to have losing 7 out of our 8 games? That's tough. That's tough. Giving us a Week 14 matchup. The Kansas City Chiefs coming to take on the Broncos at Mile High. At Mile High. Now, we do know they play again, Week 17. So, damn near back-to-back game. Chiefs always struggle at Mile High. What was it, 2020? Patrick Mahomes busted his knee up in Mile High. I'm not anticipating an injury by any means. That would just be messed up in general. But the Broncos break their losing streak. They break their 6-game losing streak, 7 out of their last 8, versus the Kansas City Chiefs, Week 14 winning in that game. Week 15, Arizona Cardinals coming to town. Arizona Cardinals are a bad team, boys and girls. They are a 7-10 ball club. One of their 10 losses do come to the Denver Broncos, Week 15. Giving us a Week 16 matchup. Russell Wilson versus Matthew Stafford. Give me Stafford. Stafford's better than Russ. You can let Russ cook all he wants. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. It doesn't matter. Russ can cook for 5 touchdowns. Matthew Stafford will throw 6. Rams are just that freaking good. Week 17, Broncos travel to Arrowhead. Arrowhead in January? A division foe? Patrick Mahomes, Juju, McCole Hardman, Sky Moore. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs. Broncos just don't have enough. Broncos won 2 in a row and have lost two in a row. Can they break that streak? Week 18 with the Chargers coming to town? No, they cannot. Chargers win that game. Giving the Broncos a 6-11 record for the season. They are last in the division. The Broncos are not a Super Bowl favorite. The Broncos are not a playoff team. The Broncos are the worst team in the AFC West. If they were in any other division, they would probably do okay. They have a fairly favorable schedule. Looking at it, you play the Jets, you play the Jaguars, you play the Panthers, you play the Seahawks, you play the Panthers. But those games that aren't those games are freaking hard games. The Raiders, the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Ravens, the Rams. Broncos fans, you guys can just wish on a star. 6-11 is all you're going to get. Now, Drew said earlier in the chat, where was it at? Do you think where's it at? Do you think they will cheer or boo Russell Wilson week number 1? Huh. So I think they will boo. Do you think they will boo or cheer Russell Wilson week number 1? Now, if Russell Wilson did not demand a trade, I use that term loosely because I don't know if he really demanded a trade or not, or he was just, bluffing to want more help, right? Since he in the media demanded a trade, I think they're going to boo him. If he did not demand a trade and the team just cut ties or the team traded him, they would cheer him. But the fact that he wanted to play his card, I'm a top 5 quarterback in the league, and basically force the Seahawks' hands, he will get booed week number 1. And that's going to hurt the Christian man. That's going to hurt his psyche. And that's why the Seahawks jump out early in the first quarter and a half. The Broncos make a steady comeback, but they still lose that game, and he does get booed. So, Drew, hopefully that answers your question. I think he gets booed. What do you guys think? Does Russell Wilson get booed week number 1 when he makes his epic return back to Seattle? Drew says, I don't give a crap what you say. Go Cardinals. Well, Drew, I didn't see the chat last night because we did a pre-recorded show last night, but we are live tonight. We are raw and we are uncut. I'm going to say this to you politely as I can, my man, Drew. There is a reason why the Cardinals have not signed Kyler Murray to a long-term deal. There is a reason why DeAndre Hopkins had to take PEDs to last the season. There is a reason why Chandler Jones decided to leave Arizona to go to the Raiders. There is a reason why Colt McCoy is better than Kyler Murray. Because Kyler Murray's trash. Cliff Kingsbury is the worst second-half coach in all of football at any level. Name me a bowl game that he won. Name me a playoff game that he has won. Second half of the season, Cliff Kingsbury's teams fall off the map. First half of the season, they were great. Well, last year we saw the Cardinals. What were they, 11-0 or 9-0? Green Bay Packers come into town. You can blame the injuries all you want. They whooped that candy ass. They beat it down. And since then, the Cardinals have been struggling to find their ways. Well, we don't know if Kyler Murray's really our guy, so we're going to make him play out this season and try to get a long-term deal maybe later. That's not going to happen. Kyler Murray is not the guy. You guys have better. If Colt McCoy were to start all 17 games this season, you guys win 10 games as the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray, 7-win season. So, Drew, you do give a crap what I say, because otherwise you wouldn't have commented that. Come on. You're better than that, baby. Better than that. Drew says, I like the Panthers as well. I think Baker Mayfield believes he has something to prove. He does have something to prove. Every time a team replaces you like the Cleveland Browns have done, and you go to a different team, now on per ESPN, I believe he is listed as a starter. So, but yeah, he definitely has something to prove. Especially, was it week 1 when Carolina travels to Cleveland to take on the Browns? If he is starter that game, we will see the Baker Mayfield from Oklahoma when he tried to shake the Kansas Jayhawk dude's hand. He's like, in your face, right? That's the Baker Mayfield we're going to see. A chippy swagger. I don't give a F about nothing. That's the Baker Mayfield we're going to see all season long. And if we see him as a Carolina Panthers starter all 17 games with that swagger, healthy, with that chip on his shoulder, the Carolina Panthers are a playoff team. With or without CMC. CMC healthy all season long with Baker, with Robbie Anderson, playoffs 100%. You can subtract CMC, they are a wild card team, and they're probably on the bubble playing to week 18, trying to get in, but they're still a playoff team. I said it earlier, I'm going to stand behind it 100%. Any team that Baker Mayfield would have gone to is almost instantly a playoff contending team. the teams that were obviously mentioned, Seattle, the 49ers, the Panthers, I believe the Lions were even mixed in there. They are a playoff team with Baker Mayfield. Now, the question stands, though. This is the real question. Will Baker Mayfield be a Carolina Panther come week 1? Because if you look at the Carolina Panthers roster right now, they have Sam Darnold as a $17.5 million quarterback. Carolina Panthers are only paying Baker Mayfield $2.3 million, and they're paying P.J. Walker as well. Pretty good 3 quarterbacks there. I like P.J. Walker in the XFL, right? No, was it XFL? I can't remember what league they're in. I thought it was the XFL. I can't remember. It was the startup league a couple years ago. But regardless, it wasn't the XFL. It wasn't the XFL because they weren't there yet. Was it the USFL? Whatever. We are going to see quarterbacks go down in the preseason. We are going to see how bad Drew Lock is. We're going to see how bad Geno Smith is. The Lions might make a play for him as well. Like, hey, maybe we can dump Jared Goff on the Houston Texans and get something, right? It would not surprise me if right here, right now, if the Carolina Panthers are pawning Baker Mayfield out there for a first-round pick. They got him for a fifth-round pick. The Browns are paying his salary, and I think he took like a $2 million pay cut or something. Like basically, Baker Mayfield's paying the Carolina Panthers to be on their team. So what does that tell me? He was simply brought there to become a backup. He was simply brought up there to become trade bait to bring in a missing piece, a missing receiver, a missing this, a missing that. And if we look around the league, who needs a quarterback right now? Seattle Seahawks do. Detroit Lions could. I don't hate Jared Goff in Detroit, but I don't love him either. Most of the Detroit Lions that I've been talking to absolutely hate him for whatever reason, and I don't know why. But we'll dive deep into the film when we break down the NFC North in a few days here. The Giants could use a quarterback. Danny Dimes is not it. Miami could use a quarterback. Tua is not it. And think about this. Let's just play devil's advocate here. Let's say Tua is not the guy in Miami. Okay? Hear me out. Let's say Tua is not the guy in Miami. Miami has 3 receivers that they adore, right? Jalen Waddle, can't think of the other guy's name, and Tyreek Hill. What was it? Like the speed power or whatever meme I saw on the internet. The Carolina Panthers want another receiver, I think. Yes, Robbie Anderson is probably their number 1, but after that, who do they have? If you package Baker Mayfield with a first-round pick to Miami, do they give up one of the receivers? Obviously not Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is 100% out. Jalen Waddle, probably out as well. I am pulling up the roster right now to see who the other receiver is that I'm thinking of. There it is, Miami Dolphins. So they picked up, obviously drafted Jalen Waddle last season, right? Got Tyreek Hill in the offseason. And who was the other freaking receiver that they have? Cedric Wilson from the Kansas City Chiefs. That's not it, was it? Was it Cedric Wilson? Maybe that. I don't know. But either way, let's say it is Cedric Wilson. Would you guys straight up take Baker Mayfield and let's say a 3rd-round pick for Cedric Wilson to add depth to the receiver to be a complement to Robbie Anderson? If Sam Darnold is your guy, he's your $17 million quarterback, and they're not sold on Tua, Teddy Bridgewater could be it. Maybe not. Baker Mayfield to Miami. If Baker Mayfield goes to Miami, totally spitballing here, all hypothetical, Miami Dolphins are a playoff team. They might be a Super Bowl favorite at that point. Tua leading the helm? No. They're 6-11, 7-10, maybe 8-9 at best. I give them their floor 5 wins, ceiling 8 wins with Tua as their quarterback. You bring Baker Mayfield in with Chase Hedsman, Rasheem Mostert, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, that stingy defense that they got, that 3-4 defense that they run, pretty stingy. Man, that's a damn good team. That is a damn good team with Baker Mayfield at the helm. Think about it. Think about it. Tua, you could probably trade him to somebody. I don't know. My man Alpha Rob jumps in chat, says, yeah, Tua's trash. So Tua for Baker Mayfield, or let's just keep Tua on the roster. My man Skylar Thompson is better than Tua from Kansas State. They got him like the 7th round, right? Shit, start my man Skylar. That's a tough son of a bitch. Baker Mayfield for Cedric Wilson, straight up. Miami Dolphins are a playoff bound team. You heard it here first, guys. Baker Mayfield is going to Miami. Excuse me. Now, back to the breakdown, guys. We've broken down the 6-11 Denver Broncos. We've broken down the 7-10 Las Vegas Raiders. Now, let's jump into the top half of the division. This team did not win the division last season, so we know it's not the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to break down the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers are a good team. They added some good pieces in the offseason on the defense side of the ball. They solidified the receiver by signing Mike Williams to that long-term deal. Give us a week number 1 matchup. Raiders coming to town. Give me the Chargers. Justin Herbert. The Raiders aren't there yet week 1. The first half of the season, Raiders are not there. The Raiders aren't there all season long. They're a 7-10 team. Give me the Chargers week number 1 at home over the Las Vegas Raiders. Week number 2. Chargers travel to Arrowhead Stadium Thursday Night Football. Going from West Coast to Central Time Zone, Thursday Night Football. Kansas City Chiefs are the home team. You guys know the routine here. Kansas City Chiefs, baby. Chiefs Kingdom. Week number 3. Jacksonville Jaguars coming to town to take on the Chargers. Trevor Lawrence versus Justin Herbert. Who has the better hair? Trevor Lawrence or Justin Herbert? Justin Herbert's got that nice flow back hair, kind of fluffed on the back. Probably could put like a man bun in it. Give me the man bun head. Chargers win week number 3. Beat down with the Jaguars. Jaguars don't even have a chance. Week number 4, Chargers travel to Houston to take on Davis Mills and who else? Give me the Chargers. Justin Herbert throws for 400 yards in this game. 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, sits all fourth quarter. This is a blowout. Week number 5, Chargers travel to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Who is going to be the Browns starting quarterback come week number 5? Probably going to be Jacoby Brissett. Might be Baker Mayfield. Nah, I'm totally kidding. Totally trolling. But it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. It can be Deshaun Watson. It could be Aaron Rodgers. It could be Dak Prescott. It could be Patrick Mahomes. It doesn't matter. The Chargers win this game. The Chargers go into Cleveland and shut the dog pound up quickly. This game is over before it begins. Chargers starting the season off 4-1. Wow. Week number 6, Monday night game. Broncos coming to town. Chargers win that game. We already broke that down. 5-1. Week 7. Drew Lock, Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield. Somebody comes into town. Take on the Chargers. It doesn't matter. They could have Patrick Mahomes. They could have Russell Wilson. They could have Aaron Rodgers. They could have Brett Favre. They can have Joe Montana. It doesn't matter. Chargers win this game as well. 6-1 record going into the bye week, week number 8. 6-1, guys. The only skimmage on their record so far is the Kansas City Chiefs Thursday night game. The schedule doesn't get that much harder after the bye week, but they do travel to Atlanta to take on the Falcons week number 9. Give me the Chargers. The Falcons are the worst team in the NFL. They could be starting Desmond Ridder, Marcus Mariota. They could start Matt Ryan again. It doesn't matter. They are a bad, bad team. They do this when they win this game. Week number 10. Schedule starts to get a little bit tougher. They finally get some resistance on the defensive side of the ball. Trey Lance will probably be the starter for the San Francisco 49ers in its Week 10 matchup because, they don't like Jimmy G for whatever reason. 49ers coming off of a bye week. Trey Lance is finally starting to drive behind the ears a little bit, kind of getting his feet. 49ers beat the Chargers week number 10. Week number 11. This game could decide the division right here. Kansas City Chiefs travel to Los Angeles to take on the Chargers. This game could decide the division. Does it? Kansas City Chiefs have a tough schedule. Chargers have a pretty easy schedule. Let's just be honest. A good team with the easy schedule makes these tough games a little bit tougher. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs week 11 over the Chargers. The Chiefs sweep the Chargers this season. Sorry, Chargers fans. Week number 12. Pissed off of that getting swept by the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chargers travel to Arizona to take on a bad Arizona Cardinals team. Drew, your Cardinals suck. Chargers win this game. 45-24 is the final. Kyler Murray might get benched after this game. Week 12. Week 13. Chargers have been rolling hot, guys. They only have 3 losses on the season. 2 versus Chiefs, 1 versus 4 49ers. Here comes loss number 4 when they travel to Vegas to take on the Raiders. Raiders are going to be clicking on right now. Devontae Adams and Derek Carr are finding their college groove again. Darren Waller's finding his groove in the offense. The running game is was it Josh Jacobs, right? They're starting to find the groove there. Raiders win this game. Week 14. The highly overrated Miami Dolphins without Baker Mayfield coming to town to take on the Chargers. Give me the Chargers. The Dolphins with Tua suck. I don't think I can be any more blunt about that. Week 15. Tennessee Titans coming to town. Sunday Night Football. Give me the Chargers in this one. The Titans will be clicking. They will figure out that they'll be clicking on that two-headed monster in the backfield. Ryan Tannehill will be getting over his PTSD by them drafting a quarterback, but the Chargers win this game. Bite me, he says. Week 16. Chargers travel to Matt Ryan and the Indianapolis Colts. How does that sound? Matt Ryan and the Indianapolis Colts. Kind of rolls off the tongue. Monday Night Football. Give me the Colts. If you guys have never been to Lucas Oil Stadium, that stadium is like quietly loud. I went for the Cowboys-Colts game a couple years ago, and it was just like a low rumble all game long. It was, not like low, but like, just people just like talking, but it was freaking loud. They can't handle it. The Colts win that game. Second half of the season, not so good for the Chargers. They started off, 9-1? Stumbling late. Week 17, Raiders the Rams coming to town to take on the Chargers. The Rams are a damn good team. Matthew Stafford has something to prove again. He already won the Super Bowl, but he still has that chip on his shoulder. Like, oh, you bought a Super Bowl. Well, guess what, man? Hold my beer. We bought another Super Bowl. Rams win this game. Give us a Week 18 matchup. Chargers travel to Mile High Stadium to take on a swelling Denver Broncos here, giving them the 11th win of the season, 11-6 record to end out the season. 3-3 in the division, 6-2 at home, 5-4 on the road. 11-6. Is that good enough to win the division? I don't know. The Chiefs have a tough schedule. The Kansas City Chiefs has a very, very tough schedule. As they should. They went to two Super Bowls in a row, AFC Championship game last season. So, they definitely should have a tough schedule. With that being said, let's break down those Kansas City Chiefs. Week number 1. They travel to Glendale, Arizona to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Give me the Chiefs win week number 1. Like I said, do I need to say it again, Drew? Cardinals suck. Week number 2, we just broke this down. Thursday night game at home for the Kansas City Chiefs. They beat the Chargers. Week number 3, Chiefs travel to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. This is going to be a very, very good game. This could be a potential wild card game. I like the Colts. Actually, because the Colts, I have them winning their division at 9-8. So they're going to get a 3rd or 4th seed. Does that mean the Kansas City Chiefs are going to get a wild card? I don't know. Shit. Spoiler alert. Chiefs beat the Colts, though. It is a very, very close game. It's a very, very ugly game. There's going to be a defensive slugfest. Giving us a Week 4 matchup. Kansas City Chiefs travel to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. I plan on being at this game with my man Wyatt Williams. Bucs win this game. The Chiefs are getting into part of the schedule where it is going to be grueling. Week number 5, the Raiders coming to town Monday Night Football. Arrowhead, Monday Night Football, world's loudest outdoor stadium. We're going to break that record again this year versus the Raiders. Chiefs win. Giving us a Week 6 matchup. Buffalo Bills coming to Arrowhead. Wow. Alpha Rob, your boys are coming to Arrowhead week number 6. I have been on record saying that the Buffalo Bills are the best team in the AFC. I have been on record saying Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the AFC. I have been on record saying the Buffalo Bills had the best offseason, minus Von Miller, this offseason. Does that equal a win versus Arrowhead? At Arrowhead? Yes, it does. Buffalo Bills come into Arrowhead and they kind of flex on them a little bit. Stephon Diggs goes off in this game. Stephon Diggs is going to eat up Justin Reed and whoever else is at the corner. It's going to be a gnarly game. Week number 7. Travel to San Francisco 49ers. A bad San Francisco 49ers team with Trey Lance at the helm. Chiefs win this game. Wow. Do I really have the Chiefs going 5-2 into the bye week? Yes, I do. Bye week is week number 8. Coming out of the bye week, the Tennessee Titans come into town. We broke down the Titans, last Thursday. Chiefs off a bye week. Andy Reid is undefeated after a bye week. Undefeated after a bye week. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs. No questions asked. Week number 10, Jacksonville Jaguars coming to town. Is it even a competition here? Absolutely not. However, this is a game to circle on your calendar. Week 10 is a game to circle on your calendar because Week 11, Week 12, Week 13, the Chiefs get into this gauntlet. Chargers, Rams, Bengals. Could the Chiefs be looking past this Jaguars game to play the Chargers, to play the Rams, to play the Bengals? Possibly. But I think the Chiefs can come up with their C game, kind of overlook them a little bit and still sneak by them. This is going to be a head-scratching game. Like, whoa, are the Chiefs falling off? Yada, yada, yada. Possibly. But the Chiefs do beat the Jaguars. Week 11. Travel to L.A. to take on the Chargers. Chiefs win this game at L.A. Like I said, they sweep the Chargers this season. Give us a Week 12 matchup. The Rams come into Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs. The Chiefs get their second loss at Arrowhead this season. Yes, the Rams come into Arrowhead, and like I said, this is a very grueling part of their season. Week 13, they travel to Cincinnati again to take on the Bengals. Man, last year the Bengals flexed on the Kansas City Chiefs. Jamar Chase had 4 or 5 touchdowns, like 400 yards? It was stupid. It's going to happen again. Bengals beat the Chiefs week 13. Week 14, Chiefs travel to Mile High Stadium to take on the Broncos. Guys, this is a part of a 4-game losing streak for the Kansas City Chiefs. Spoiler alert. Week 12, Week 13, Week 14, Week 15, I had them losing 4 times to the Raiders, Bengals, Broncos, and Houston Texans. This is a part of the season where they need to lose these games. Now, a 4-game skid is tough on any team, right? When you lose every game in a month, that is tough. But it's good for the psyche going into Week 16 when they beat down the Seahawks. It's good for the psyche Week 17 when they beat down the Broncos. It is good to end the season Week 18 when they beat the Las Vegas Raiders going into the playoffs. The Chiefs are 11-6 record right now, winning the division again because they own the tiebreaker over the Chargers for beating them twice this season. So Chiefs and Chargers are both 11-6 this season. Chiefs get the head-to-head tiebreaker. Chiefs win the division, and they are the number 2 seed in the AFC. Number 2 seed. My man, Alpha Rob. I got to get your comment, man. But before that, just to recap, guys. I had the Chiefs 11-6 winning the division. The Chargers 11-6, second in the division. The Raiders 7-10, third in the division. The Broncos 6-11, last in the division. So let me know what you guys think of those picks. Am I spot on? Am I way off? Let me know in the comments. But I got to get to my man Alpha Rob's comment here. He says, not giving Von Miller respect, Buck. He's going to have a good year. Okay. He can have a good year, my man Alpha Rob. But he's getting paid great money. When you're getting paid $100 million, you better have a great year. Excuse me. Not a good year. You're not getting paid good money. You're not getting paid the $50, $60 million. You're getting $100 million. You better have a great year. Anything beyond great for Von Miller is a bust for the Buffalo Bills. Like, when you're paying somebody $103 million, right, or something like that, over, was it 6 years? I think he's going to be like beyond 40, like when his contract's over or something. It's not something ridiculous. How can you be paid great money and just have a good year, Alpha Rob? So do I think Von Miller is a good player? Yes, I like Von Miller as a person. I like him off the field. I think he is good on the field. Hell, he could be great at some points. But the point of the matter is, he's 35, 36 years old when the season starts, right? Getting paid $100 million. He can no longer be good. Von Miller can no longer be good. He has to be great. When you're getting great money, I expect great performances week in and week out. The only way the Buffalo Bills make the Super Bowl and lose 4 straight again is Von Miller has to be great, Alpha Rob. So I need you to go back there and edit that comment and put great. If you think he is going to have a great year, stand by it, my man. He will have a good season. He will not have a great. Alpha Rob says, with the Super Bowl win, it will be a great year. Yeah. The Buffalo Bills are in Super Bowl or bust mode. Let's just be flat and honest. They are built to win a lot of games right now. They have a lot of money tied up to win right now. Stephon Diggs did you guys ever sign Stephon Diggs to that long-term deal? I can't remember for sure. I thought he signed an extension, but I'm not 100% positive. Let me know about that. But you have a lot of money tied up with Josh Allen. You have a lot of money tied up with Von Miller. You're going to have a lot of money tied up with Ed Oliver. You're going to have a lot of money tied up with Stephon Diggs if you haven't already, which I think they did. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember off the top of my head. But if you don't win the Super Bowl now or next year, everything's a bust, Alpha Rob. Everything is going to be a bust. They have to win now. He did confirm Stephon Diggs signed a 4-year extension. It was like an $80 million extension, right? I can't remember for sure. It feels like 80 million is ringing on the top of the head. I could be wrong. You follow the Bills a lot closer than I do, obviously. But guys, that is it for tonight. AFC West Breakdown. Tomorrow, we turn our compasses north. We find the North Pole, we head a little bit to the east a little bit, and we head to the NFC North. That's right, tomorrow we break down the Green Bay Packers, the Chicago Bears, the Detroit Lions, playoff bound baby, and the Minnesota Vikings. A much slept on Minnesota Vikings team. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you can head over to the blog section, manhourradio.com/blog. Click on NFC North. Click on the Minnesota Vikings, bada bing, bada boom. My man Chase Peterson will tell you exactly why everybody's sleeping on the Minnesota Vikings this season. Check it out. Alpha Rob says, I do agree with you, Buck. It is Super Bowl or bust, period. Now, Alpha Rob, let me ask you this question. Is it a Super Bowl appearance or bust, or is it a Super Bowl win or bust? Because I know you as a Bills fan, you are used to making to the Super Bowl, and like that's your glory hole, right? Oh, we made it. You never win it, you just make it. I'm just trolling. I'm just trolling. But yeah, I mean, maybe not a Super Bowl appearance, but at least an AFC championship appearance. Last 13 seconds, you would have been there, baby. Just saying. People are always sleep on the Vikings. Am I sleep on the Vikings this year, Drew? Tune in tomorrow, guys. 8 p.m. East Coast time. We'll be here live, raw and uncut. We out. Have a good night.